Shalom, brothers and sisters. It's the Hebrew Life again. I'm Bay Jerusalem, and I'm back with another lesson. Been gone for a while. I had a lot of things going on in my life, but I'm back, family. I'm back. We must endure. We must endure. And that's what I've been doing this whole time I've been gone. Study, still been in the Word, just balancing my life. But I'm back to give the people the truth in between the lines to make it easier for you to become a Hebrew and to pick up this culture and this lifestyle. We're going to call this lesson Yah's Wager with Satan. Yes, in the book of Job, Yah made a wager with Satan. Most people don't know that Yah makes a wager with his people, over his people. He bets on us. He bets, and he's so confident in us that when him and Satan does converse, he brags on us. As you see with the book of Job, like he said, have you not seen Job, my servant Job? Is there anyone like him in the earth? Bragging on Job, proving, rubbing in Satan's face, and giving Satan the opportunity to do whatever he needs to do to scramble up Job's life. So the Most High could show Satan and Hashatan that no matter what you do, you can't break my servants. You can't break something that I made. Whatever I make is unbreakable and unshakable. Let's go to the book of Job. Let's go to the book of Job. We're going to start at chapter 2. Chapter 2 of the book of Job. And let's read so we can get this whole situation handled on what happened between Hashatan and the Elohim. Again, I'm going to read. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Elohim, and Hashatan came also among them to present himself before the Elohim. I'm going to start right there. Most people don't know Hashatan is the son of the Most High. Yes, him and Yeshua were brothers. Anytime it says the sons of God, that means he was part of the heavens. But we all know what happened with him and his followers. They got kicked out. But Saint still gets to come and present himself because he's the tempter. He gets to come and he gets to tell the Elohim all of the bad things that his servants are doing and to rub it in his face. This is why the Most High was rubbing Job in his face. Two could play that game. Let's continue to read. And the Elohim said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered to the Elohim and said, From going to and fro in the earth and walking up and down it. Because this is all Satan can do. He's been cast out of the heavens, so he's been walking around on the earth, and it's woe to the inhabitants. I'm going to get to that later on in the video in Revelation 12. Woe to the inhabitants, and that's what Job is going to explain. He cursed the day that he was born because he understands that he understands that Satan has the opportunity to ruin his life and to bring death upon his life while he's living on this earth in the physical. That's why it's woe to everybody living on this earth, all the inhabitants on the earth, like it says in Revelation 12. Let's continue to read. And the Elohim said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and eschew evil? And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest against me to destroy him without cause. Now, that should let you know Satan is plotting always. The Most High said, I know you plotting on my servant. Have you not seen him that he's a perfect and upright man? Even though you want to destroy him. Now let's see what happens. And Satan answered the Elohim and said, Skin for skin, yeah. All that man have he will give for his life. But put forth thy hand now and touch his bones and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Elohim said to Satan, Behold, he is in thy hands, but save his life. We're going to stop right there. The Elohim told Satan that Job is in your hands now. Now, if you don't learn nothing from that, you should know that Hashatan is only sent in our life. He only could get permission from the Elohim. So all of this stuff they preach in the church where they will Saint got a certain amount of power and the Elohim got a certain amount of power, that's a lie. Satan really has no power. The only power he has is whatever the power the Elohim gives him. That's why he said, but save his life. Satan can't kill you, but he can bring you close to death. And on top of that, it's all a test from the Most High. Satan he had a wager with the Most High, saying if you let me put my hands and touch certain things in Job's life, that Job will curse you to your face. And the Elohim wager was Job will not. Job will continue to be a servant no matter what you do. And we all know what Job went through. He lost his family. He lost his physical features, his wife. Everybody turned on him. His own friends turned on him. They couldn't believe all of these things were happening to him and he hadn't done anything wrong. They didn't believe that the Elohim would use Job as a testimony and show that that you don't have to do nothing wrong. I have wages with you and I believe in you, and the Saint has the ability to come in and test that wager. But Job never cracked. He was insurgent. He was a soldier for the Most High, and he endured to the end. And we must endure. Saint has to have permission to come and do what he's doing. So people thinking that the Most High, the Saint has his own little. No, he gets his permission from the Most High. The Most High is the Elohim. He is the Most High. He is the Most High. As I was speaking about earlier, Job's wife gave up on him, and he still didn't curse the Most High. Even after his wife said, "Curse God and die," Job still stood strong. Let's go to Job 9 and 24, because Job understood something that most people don't understand these days. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So most of these people at the top of at the echelon in this world are wicked. You don't make it to the top in this world without having some form of wickedness. The Most High could present you to be at the top of the world, so you could be a testimony and a pillar, and whatever he having you do for the community, the Hebrew community. Let's go to Job 9 and 24, and I'm going to read. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? We're going to start right there. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and he covered the faces of the judges thereof. This is why a lot of things go unhandled, and it's just not handled right. Look at the cases, Trayvon Martin, all these cases where the judges didn't judge correctly because the faces of the judges are covered. All of these crimes against so-called African American people, all these crimes against African people, all these crimes against all these different nations around the world, because the wicked is in control of the earth. This is why people never hear about how many people starve, how many people die from silly things in this earth, because the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. We could go with the example of the NFL with Colin Kaepernick. I know it's a little off track, but Colin Kaepernick gets on one knee to protest the violence going on against black people in America. And what happens? The faces of the judges are covered. They don't care about why he was kneeling. They only focus on him kneeling, and the brother barely can get a job now. All because the NFL, the owners, and all them covered the faces of the judges, which is the people, so they could fail to realize that what this brother is doing is positive. You trying to make it a bad thing that he's standing up for his people like he's supposed to be a company man. No, he did exactly what Moses did. He seen his people getting oppressed, and he came out of his top spot to help his people. Ultimate sign of sacrifice and dedication. Giving up everything and coming on with the Spirit. As you read in the New Testament, when Yeshua asked the brother to give all his possessions up and come with me, he didn't want to do that. A lot of people are not going to give up their possessions, their houses, their homes, their clothes, their cars, and walk with righteousness. Let's go to Revelation 12 to talk about this enduring thing. We're going to go to Revelation 12 And we're going to read, because the serpent is very rough with us. Okay, let's read. And we're going to start at verse 11. This is Revelation 12, verse 11. And they came and overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, that ye dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having a great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. We're going to start right there. The devil knows he has a short time. Him and his minions know they have a short time to deceive the world. And we all know the devil, the serpent who deceiveth the whole world, he has a short time to do this. And whoever's deceived is going into the lake of fire. Whoever endures is going to go to the kingdom of Jerusalem. And that's just how it is. You shouldn't love this life. Whoever loves this world hates the Most High. We already know that. Now we're going to jump to Matthew 8 to give you the precept on these devils knowing they got a short time to do what they need to do to trick and deceive people. Matthew 8 and 28. Yeah, Matthew 8 and verse 28. And I'm going to read. And when he come to the other side, into the country of Gergeses, there met him two possessed with devils, coming out of the tombs, exceedingly fierce, so that no man might pass by that way. And behold, they cried out, saying, What have you to do with thee, Jesus, or Yeshua, thou son of Yah? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? We're going to start right there. Did you hear what these demons said? They've possessed these boys, and this is what the demons saying. They're scared. They're terrified of Yeshua. They say, are you coming to take us before our time? Now here's another precept showing that these devils and these demons know that they have a short time to do what they need to do. They were begging Yeshua not to take them before their time. And let's continue to read, because we know these are demons, because what they asked to be cast into. And there was a good way off of them a herd of many swine feeding. So the devils besought him, saying, If thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. And he said, Go unto them, go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine, and behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea, and perished in the waters. Now we see what happened when these demons inhabited this swine. They killed themselves, and this is what these demons do when they inhabited human beings. They convince you to go against your own self and eventually kill yourself, whether it's spiritually or it's physically. They mean the soul no good. They mean the spirit no good. Demons are only here to get you to continue to feed the flesh, and we all know the flesh never gets tired and is never full. It's never tired. It always wants more. It always needs more. You could smoke 1,000 cigarettes. It could sleep with 1 million women. It could have $1 million, and it's still not going to be satisfied. It's still not going to be satisfied. Now, we're going to end this off with 2 Timothy, because we must endure. We must endure. We must endure. All right. 2 Timothy, verse 3. And I'm going to read verse 11. Persecutions, afflictions which came unto me in Antioch and Iconium and Lystra were persecutions I endured. But out of them all the Elohim delivered me. Yeah, all that live godly in Yeshua HaMashiach shall suffer persecution. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse in deceiving, being deceived. There we go right there. We must endure. We must endure. If you a follower of the Most High and His Son, Yeshua HaMashiach, you must endure, because you're going to be persecuted by these demons. I'm Bey Jerusalem. This is the Hebrew Life again. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom.